I'm fighting this dude, so.
Welcome back to Digi Bros. Victor
What's
is stabbing
up?
this
I'm fighting the
giant
Turd Lord.
Yes, the Lord of Shit
He's
Mountain.
probably a giant made of poop. I mean, he could be. Look at his fucking nasty shit heels.
He is a shit heel.
Yes. Oh, wow! I lunge at thee with my fucking claymore.
We more or less ran out of things to talk about already.
More or less. I mean, yeah.
We haven't been doing. Victor moved Hope into a new apartment. That's all he did all weekend.
It's a house, man. It's not a fucking apartment.
House, whatever.
That's a goddamn house. Got some flowers.
I want to fucking see.
Bitchin',
That's
dude.
the thing. I want a house. How much?
Dude,
does
you
her
would
house,
love.
How
this
much
place.
does her house?
I don't know.
cost?
You'd have to ask her. Or I
See,
can
that's
ask her.
that's the
But
biggest.
you would. It's
the
awesome.
thing is, the thing is that like there's like an amount of money at like that if a house costs that, I'd be willing to just go for it.
Yeah.
And I have never actually looked up if I can get a house for that amount of money. You know?
And you also gotta, add in all the fucking expenditures.
Fees,
Yes.
Gotta have the water, the electricity, internet has to be amazing.
But you could probably afford it with what you make.
I don't know, because what I make is super inconsistent.
Yeah.
I don't want to...
I think you need to save up more before you do.
I cannot possibly... I said all that stuff about being middle class in the last episode, and it's like, yeah, I made $3,500 last month. There's no way I'm making that this month, because while I will make even more on Patreon probably, like from the month of April, I probably won't make as much from
as long as
from YouTube.
You really just gotta save up like over 10 grand over the next year, and then
the thing is,
you'll have enough.
I am also responsible now for the Devu's career.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big responsibility because he has to make close to $900 a month for him to not be working for his dad.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna make that making his own videos.
Fuck.
And if he tries to launch his channel, like if he tries to put work into his channel, he doesn't know what'll work, because he'd have to make a lot of videos before he's gonna take off, and that's all time that he can't be working on my videos, when my videos are clearly where the money is, and are making more and more, by the day. This has been a huge existential crisis for him, is trying to figure out whether or not he can make money doing his own shit at all. But yeah, so now I have to make sure I'm making enough videos and enough money that I can afford to pay the Devu the amount that will keep him employed, So yeah, I've got monetary responsibilities. Don't fall down there. Do not. That goes back to down where you were before. I made that mistake my first time.
I remembered the first time.
But yeah, oh yeah, now you can get
Look at
go
that,
up
motherfucker.
above the fucking place.
We are back to the church.
Yeah,
It all fucking loops around.
I don't know how much the audience can keep track of everything that's happened, but everything has just been this one bonfire. This whole entire cathedral all has this one fucking bonfire.
Cool, man.
Super rad.
Cathedral of the Deep sounds like a fucking Mastodon song title, man.
It does actually. What the fuck was I talking about?
You're talking about fucking houses, man.
But before that, why was I talking about that?
You're talking about finance.
I know, but why?
I don't know.
I was leading into something.
Were you? I didn't know you were building to something.
Yes.
You go on these tangents. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I just try to interject my thing.
Oh, it's because this was a tangent from what I was going to talk about. Yeah, you were doing that this weekend.
Yeah.
I was getting drunk with my homies.
Oh yeah, you guys were hanging out.
Yeah.
What was all that?
Because our friend Marcus, who you may remember from last year's...
Who? I don't remember at all.
Last year's fucking... What the fuck was it? Akiba Strip playthrough.
Yeah.
Last time Marcus was in town, we did an hour-long Akiba Strip Let's Play, in which he mostly just said the phrase, "These hands, though," over and over again.
These hands, though. Of course.
We recorded that. He was back in town.
I can't.
He's currently in Richmond, which is the 2 hours north of us. For some school thing that the Army's making him do. So each weekend he's been coming down to Virginia Beach to hang out with other people, and we had promised that we were gonna spend the whole weekend drinking, and we did.
Very clean.
We got fucked up on Friday night, and then for some reason Marcus seemed really into the idea of doing Let's Plays.
Uh-huh.
So And then like Tolentino showed up, so we all got drunk and we were playing like drinking games while playing while doing Let's Plays. So first we did, and these will probably be released at some point in the near future if they're not already coming out, but we did X-Men Academy 2, a hilarious fighting meme game.
It is indeed a fighting meme game.
Which I'll tell the audience now, because this won't be mentioned in the video itself, but like, for whatever reason, every time it was in a loading screen, it would cut out the recording. And so by the time we were done, like, there were all these little 10-second snippets of the recording cutting out. And so there became like a 5-minute difference between the audio and the video.
No.
So now I have to edit the shit out of that to make it work.
Oh, that's tedious.
Yeah, that's a problem. And that's going to be fucking hell.
That's not nice at all.
And then we played Street Fighter 5. And we were playing, like, whoever loses each match has to drink, like, a glass of wine. So we got fucking wasted. And then we were drunk enough that Josh coerced us into doing Crash 2. So we recorded, like, 5 episodes of him playing Crash 2. And we were, like, I don't think it's even sensical. Like, I don't think it's listenable at all. We didn't talk about anything. We were all just wasted.
Yeah.
So we're all just kind of going, like, blah, blah, Crash 2, blah, blah, you know?
Crash, yeah. So it was like the first time.
Well, the first time we weren't drunk.
It was just
hell.
It was still hell. I don't think I went this way before.
None of us were like the first time, part of the comedy was that we were all getting mad at each other. This time, like, Josh kept getting mad, but none of us were reacting to it because we weren't paying attention because we're fucking wasted.
Oh, that was that dude who shoots you. Whoa.
Yeah, that blew my mind the first time as well.
Was that it?
No, you gotta go out that door and hang very carefully to the ledge.
Sure.
And then walk out this way.
Climb
this ladder.
Well, what do you know?
Surely you've
Picking
been
a
up here
blanket.
before.
I don't think I did.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
I
like
don't
a
think I went
whole
here.
other section of the level.
Really?
Yes.
What the fuck? Well, flip my
This
goose.
is like the part where I decided that this was like my favorite
fucking
level
Kusama
in the
Goopa
game.
Goop, motherfucker.
All right, now you gotta make a
deep ring.
You gotta make a jump
And go
onto
deep
that
down.
buttress down there.
That buttress?
Yes, that buttress. You just gotta jump
That
on
one?
Yes, that buttress. Hey, climb this shit.
It's a flying
You got me
buttress.
climbing a buttress. Falling back down. There's
Got
a
me
big axe guy.
climbing dirty. I saw him alaikum.
Oh. Yeah, you're about to... If I can guide you, if you don't die, and I can guide you all the way to it, you can do something I haven't even done yet, which is get to the lady who lets you respec your character.
The woman in black? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Holy shit.
Yes.
What the fuck?
You can respec up to 5 times, but you have to have a certain PvP item to do it. Because it's like a covenant, I think. But there's a lady in
that was
this
the one
area who will let you
fun
do
thing
that.
about Dark Souls 2 is that you could fuck up your character and respec it.
Yeah, you can only respec 5 times in this game, but and it's hard to do, but you can do it.
That was the same as in Dark Souls 2.
But I've never
like
actually...
one item you could
have to, like, basically you have to land on this specific ledge to do this, and you're going to have a bunch of enemies that you have to fight if you want to safely do that.
Whoa.
So yeah, go in there.
I want to go this way, though.
Okay, well, it's just a straight shot to the end, and then there's like you can go down this buttress.
Danger zone!
You just pass the buttress, you can go down.
Oh,
No, this buttress, go down and get that.
I don't feel good about this.
You'll be fine.
A
A guy will drop down, but you'll be ready. Arbalest.
The Tormentor?
No, Arbalest. The molester. What the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, Marcus was here. We got drunk and fucked up and played a bunch of video games. And the next night, we all got drunk again. This time, Marcus...
That night was fucking chaos, dude. I came home at like 12 o'clock from hanging out with Hope to fucking chaos.
Was it that case? Dude,
it was...
tame.
What the fuck are you talking about? That was not fairly tame. It was chaos.
Alright, describe what you think is so chaotic.
Okay, well, I came home. Everyone is pretty much drunk and yelling, and they all have beers taped to their fucking hands. And I'm just like, and I'm already tired. I'm like, do I really want to deal with this? And it's yelling and chaos. And then gradually over the night, we all start like beating the shit out of each other and wrestling.
That's
and
true.
Shirts
There
come
was-
off.
there
and
was
they're
a lot of
screaming.
fighting.
Okay, we were taking Donson smacked Connor in the ass so hard he fucking died, and then me and Shade were taking turns smacking the living shit out of Donson's belly, and he was just like taking it, like he was just like smacked his belly so fucking hard my hand went completely numb, and it had like tingles for minutes, and it made no
fuck boy.
It made the loudest
You
fucking
died to
crash.
that guy of all the huge enemies on these rafters.
The thieves, man, they're the worst. I told you.
Oh lord.
Anyways, I had to back it up with a fist metal crackle.
Okay.
But Marcus said he could hear the smack outside.
Jesus.
From when I smacked on Son's belly.
Well, so anyways, how this thing happened was like, because it was Saturday night, and we had planned the night before that we were going to go to the karaoke bar, Amplitude, right? Which is like a new karaoke bar that only like Tolentino and Josh have actually been to. Have you been to it?
I haven't been yet, no.
Okay. Well, we were like, yeah, we'll go to this fucking hip fucking karaoke bar, we'll all get drunk, we'll have a good time, right? So I wake up like pretty late in the day, and then all of a sudden everybody comes over, and they're like, Marcus, it was like close to 8, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, Marcus said to meet him up at this restaurant called Smoky Bones.
Yeah. So I want to
8,
say,
right?
like, Donson told me the beginning of this story, which is apparently him and Donson were supposed to go to dinner at Smoky Bones, just him and Donson. That's what Donson was expecting, was that it was him and Marcus having dinner alone. And then I guess at some point he said that his sister was going to come too, and Donson was like, alright, fine. And then he says that his army buddy's going to come. And then at some point, he just posts in the group chat, everyone come to Smoky Bones at this time.
Right.
And so that's where it was at by the time you got there. So Donson was already frustrated that it was supposed to be him and Marcus having dinner together, and it ended up everyone.
So Marcus invites everybody, and so what comes into my room is Boyd and Donson and Brandon Tolentino. And they all come in, and they're like, Marcus wants us to meet him at Smoky Bones at 8, and it's like 7:30, right? So I'm like, oh, like, cause I wasn't like particularly doing anything, but I had no idea this was gonna happen, right? Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll drop everything and go to Smoky Bones with you guys, right?
How it always is with everyone.
So. Well, it's especially
with Marcus. He never can make a fucking plan. It stresses me out.
He's terrible at planning, and more importantly, he has no respect for people's time.
Yeah.
He does not think about like when he sets something in stone, he doesn't think about what you're going through at all. He just takes his fucking time, does whatever he does, and he shows up when he wants to.
I feel like there's always got to be some kind of logic to it that's weird and you never understand.
It's always something he was doing. In this case, well, we'll get to it, right?
Yes.
So it's like about 7:30. We get in the car. We go to Smoky Bones. And Marcus is like telling us that he's not going to show up before us. So we're like, all right, we'll get a table so that when him and his sister get here. So like he says that he's bringing his sister. So we kind of assume he's with his sister already. Yeah. Which is not at all the case.
Yes.
But we don't find that out till later. So like we all go to Smoky Bones. Now Smoky Bones is fucking packed, right? We go up to the waitress or the lady like at the receptionist or whatever, and she's like, yeah, it's gonna be an hour wait, like 45 minutes to an hour, and we're like, okay, fuck that, right? Because we're thinking Marcus is gonna be here soon, and we're all gonna go somewhere else. So we go, we're like, all right, fuck this place. Let's look at some other places that are around here, and we're looking at Gordon Biersch across the street because we're in town center, right? Town center is like the central part. It's town center.
It's literally called town center.
But it's all like pretty.
It's
like
Shitipa Town if you've seen South Park.
Yeah, Shitipa Town, and it's like it's kind of like ritzy a little bit,
It's false ritzy, like it's trying to be ritzy.
It's a little bit more expensive than everywhere else.
Am I supposed to go over there? I guess
there's a Ruth's Chris in town center.
Ooh,
if you know Ruth's
Chris, where you can
really
get overly expensive steak
place.
Hey, where was I supposed to go here, dude?
You've already got the one thing you could get, but if you drop down, see where the other guy is? That ledge right there. You see that ledge?
Yeah.
You need to get onto that ledge. the guy will fall after you and kill you if you are not careful.
Not very clean. Not very clean at
Get
all.
down there.
Woo!
I don't know if it's an illusory wall or if you have to drop to another ledge. I really don't know. I have no idea where you go from here, but I'm pretty sure you.
But maybe... I gotta go. I gotta go like Sonic, dog.
That
there we go.
That looks
Woo!
good. Okay.
What's all this now?
I've never done this. I've always gotten killed before I got down here. So I
Very
believe
clean.
this will lead you to some lady.
Oh,
What
it's a
the
nasty
fuck is that?
slug fuck. Oh
What
god.
the fuck is? Are there?
Oh
any
jeez,
okay,
I've never
those
even
are an
seen
enemy.
this. Oh no, yeah, I've seen this.
Oh god, there's a ton of them.
Oh, what's the
Pull
shit
that,
I don't like?
Pull that lever.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
this is where this is the other side of where Patches kicks you down, I think.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh! Nice. Now we can not get fucked by Patches. We can kill his ass.
Well, we need him alive if you want to continue the Siegward quest.
I see.
So you don't want to kill him. You want to have him,
Shazam,
you want him
dog.
to become a merchant for you if you want to finish the Siegward quest.
Okay.
But yeah, and also I've never encountered Patches here. It's actually kind of hard to get him to spawn in this
I
place.
see.
Like he's only there
I did
under
it.
certain circumstances.
You just gotta talk to what's his face and then leave and come back and he'll be there. Or no, because he is what's his face. He's impersonating him.
Yeah, he's impersonating Siegward.
I didn't know there were like circumstances. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is fucked.
Yeah, I've never been over here, so this is all new to me.
There are a lot of these dudes.
What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, Marcus, right. So we go around, we go to this fucking Gordon Biersch place. They also have a fucking hour-long wait. Everywhere's like quoting us that. We go to Hair of the Dog because that's like outside of town center. It's a restaurant that Boyd's really into.
You guys are going to like too nice of places.
Well, Hair of the Dog wasn't
Saturday.
even packed. It's just that we have 7 people, you
Yeah.
know. So they were like, yeah, it's going to be an hour. Well, the thing is, what we don't know, and I don't know, tell me if you've ever even heard of this. Apparently it's Beach Week.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until like this year, but I've heard
Apparently
that it was Beach Week.
It's Beach Week, which we live at the beach.
Yeah.
So, of course, this is a great place for... Well, that guy doesn't even look aggressive.
Yeah, I shouldn't have killed him. I bet he was like a nice dude. I should have talked to him. That's important. Was that a foot?
Oh, it's 2 feet. Oh, what the fuck is that?
That's a foot butt, man. He shits between his feet. That's fucked.
No.
Oh, Jesus. What happened to this dude?
This guy's as bad as the
I
leg
need
ass
fucking
guy
body
from
video.
Bloodborne.
Where are the lore videos, man? I need solutions for this shit.
All right, now we get to see
What's in here?
There's
a whole fucking area here, man. I didn't even know about any of this
It's
shit.
like a covenant, and there's a bonfire.
A lady? Is she a painted lady?
I don't know. I think she's large, though.
A large woman. How's the
It's
Steven
like
Universe song go?
A giant woman, a giant
Is this
woman.
what's her
All
name?
I wanna do.
Guinevere?
No, but it is.
Dude,
a
it
big
totally
lady.
is. It's definitely Guinevere.
It's not her, but it is a big lady.
She's cradling this disgusting slug fuck. I don't know, look, some cleavage, dude. Those are the boobs of this game, man.
They are definitely the boobs of this
That's
game.
a fucking side boob going on.
Yeah, if you join her covenant and you collect a bunch of fucking shit for her, then
fuck it.
eventually you will Rosaria's fingers. You have to collect
Whoa,
those.
Mother Rosario. Yes!
And
yes, I've become online.
reallocate attributes.
Oh.
You have to have 5 pale tongues, it looked like it
Cool,
said.
dog.
Yeah,
Do I get
so
to, can I just
you're
get
a-
rid of my shitty stats then?
I believe you are an
or is it
invasion
just
guild.
from level ups? Yeah, it'll just set me back to the level I started at. Ooh, oh, I got the thorn stuff.
Oh, that's how you get those.
Whoa!
Have you seen that video
Yeah.
of the 4 guys just rolling into everything? It's
Those are
incredible.
That's the best. Oh, and that's light too. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna be a thorn man.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
Game of Thorns, dog.
Game of Thorns.
Oh, the new Game of Thrones happened. I'm just gonna spoil everyone.
No,
on the,
I'm still telling my story. Don't talk about Game of Thrones. Nobody wants to hear about
this
that
is gonna
shit.
be 2 seconds of spoiler of the
No.
most hilarious thing in the universe.
Yeah, the red lady is a naked old woman.
She's a naked old CGI woman.
Yes, Victor thought it was the goofiest, corniest shit ever.
It is the worst thing. Cause your window just
Window
fucking
fart.
farted, dude. What is
Did
that
not
even
see
gonna
that
smell
coming.
like?
Hasn't
Dude,
been doing
cool,
that.
man. Look at me. I'm a fucking spiky dude.
Yeah. You look
I
like
look
fucking
Hellraiser,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You got a Hellraiser face.
Fuck yeah.
Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, we went all over town. Everywhere is fucking packed, right?
Let's roll into the
So
sky.
we're messaging Marcus and we're like, dude, we're not gonna be, because he, for some reason, he just like wanted to eat somewhere in town center. We were like, dude,
Yeah.
nowhere is like nowhere's got an opening. Everywhere's fucking packed. We're not going to be able to eat out at any of these places. And, like, we're trying to discuss this with him on the phone, but he's like, you can't talk to him on the phone. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know how to hold it close enough to his mouth. He can't understand what the fuck he's saying. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, right? No, I have some context into understanding why, probably, because, like, later on into the night, when we all had beers taped to our hands, he's getting called by his sister and, like, trying to answer the phone while not using his hands.
Oh my god.
So I totally understand why he's so incomprehensible on the phone, because he does shit like that, right?
Yes.
But, can you go across that ledge that you opened?
There's something else over here.
Turn back, go across that?
Yeah. That just goes over to the other place. It'll lead me to the boss.
Yeah, I know.
And the shortcut to the bonfire over there.
Yeah, if you open that door.
Beep, 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 beep. I want to get this thing.
But, yeah. So, we were driving around. We can't figure out where to go. And we call Marcus, and we're just like, let's all meet up at your house, right? So then we go to Marcus's house, and he's not there. We thought he was at his house. His sister is sitting in her car, and as we walk up to the door, she's like, Marcus isn't here, right? So she's also waiting for him.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in our car, just waiting. At this point, we've been out around town for about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So not long enough that we could say, wow, if we had just stayed at Smoky Bones, we'd be in there by now. Wasn't that level yet. But we'd been out here for a while, right? Marcus takes, like, 35 minutes to get there.
Oh, I gotta get up from the other side. Shit.
We have no idea why the fuck he's taking so long.
Yeah.
But we just sit there waiting for him. We keep calling him, like, where the fuck are you, right? Apparently he was on a date.
Yes, he was on a date.
And he had gotten so tied up in the conversation, so into the conversation, that he lost track of time. And therefore, he didn't show up. This is the truth, by the way.
Yes.
This is not Marcus making shit up. It's
He
just
was
the
on a
unfortunate fact that he got so wrapped up in his fucking conversation that he didn't fucking show up, right? So he shows up with his... and
completely leaving everyone out of the loop. Couldn't just say, I'm on a date.
No.
Couldn't just,
Well, the thing is, he told everyone to come out at 8. And by the time he gets there, it's like 9. Or like 8:30 to 9. And so, like... we're like, what the fuck, man? So then we're all talking about, like, where to go. And, like, you know, because all Marcus wanted to do was drink. He was just thinking we were going to go somewhere that had food and drinks. Because he already went to dinner, like, with his date. He didn't tell anybody that. But in his head, all we're doing is going out to go somewhere that
there's no way for me to get back to where I was.
You know, eat something little and then drink, right? I guess you just have to go through that fucking front door. Like you...
oh, yeah, I guess I can... Oh, I can teleport back from that bonfire over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a bonfire.
Like, how the fuck do I get back to where I need to be in the area?
So, anyways, you know, he hasn't told anybody this. And so we're all standing around and we're like, you know, here's the thing. From Marcus's perspective, it's like, I'm going to go have a bite and have a bunch of drinks with my friends, and then we're going to go to a bar afterwards. Like, that was the plan. We were going to end up either at the karaoke bar or at a bar itself, right? And so we're all, and he, you know, he shows up with his army dude friend. But that's what it is from his perspective. From Boyd and Donsan's perspective, this was the first thing they said when we started off on this journey. Boyd goes, all right, let's go. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. And Donsan goes, I haven't eaten since last night's dinner. So that's what this is from our perspective.
Yes. Because for Donsan's perspective, he set up a dinner way ahead of time and, like, was anticipating that all day, and not realizing Marcus was going on a date.
Thinking we're going out to eat a big hefty meal because he hasn't eaten all day and he's fucking starving. Right? Yes. So this is the different perspective we have. So again, Marcus never thinks about what's going through anybody else's head, you know. And he always is like shocked when he finds out. He's always like, "Oh, I didn't know all that." And it's like, yeah, you should just assume that other people's time is valuable. That not everyone is dicking around when you schedule them to hang out at a certain time, you know? That for all of us, we're thinking, all right, 8 o'clock, clear my schedule. I have to be there, you know? So, like, you know, Boyd's fucking pissed by the time Marcus finally gets there. And none of us are in the mood to just go out drinking at this point. Because we've all been out for longer than we wanted to be out anyways, you know. We've had time for the high of the idea to evaporate, and we just want to fucking eat, right? So, like, So, and Marcus doesn't care. He doesn't care what situation we end up in. He's just like, I'm down for whatever you guys want to do, right? So then Boyd's like, let's just fucking go to Five Guys. I just want to go to Five Guys. I just want to eat a large burger, right? So he's like, all right, fuck it. So, and so we were planning to go to Five Guys and then to a bar. And like Marcus's sister is like, let's go to this place. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a gentleman's club that's that's like near their house. And we passed by it on the way to Five Guys. It's on that like that road, and I'd never heard of this place. And we take one look at it, and we're all like, I don't want to go there.
Oh god!
Like it's just kind of like a shitty looking place. It just looks like a dive, you know. Yeah. It's just gonna be full of like weird people we don't want to look at and stuff, you know. Like Marcus's sister was saying, you know, oh, it's it's a cozy atmosphere kind of place. We're just like, I have no interest, right? Why'd you pull it back down?
I don't know. I guess I forgot I had raised it.
I don't really get what the point of those is.
It's so you can walk across them up there.
You can't walk across that one.
And it blocks the giant.
Well, that's what I assumed, but the giant doesn't follow you. Like you aggroed him and then he gave up.
Aggroed him over here before though, which is weird. Yeah. I don't know why he's like not moving.
Yeah, I thought it was probably to trap them, but then I've never done that.
Just gonna run right around this faggot.
Well, there's like a million items here. And a million sludge ball monsters and fucked up giant penis cock things.
Maybe they fixed him in the update, so now he doesn't leave the spot.
But that would not make any sense if that was the goal, was to have him go over there and trap him, you know, within the walls. Anyway, yeah, to finish up the story, we went to Five Guys.
I got the Jon Snow armor.
We were all giving Marcus a ton of shit. You know, he had his army dude friend there. And obviously, like, that guy wanted to go, you know, to the bars and get drunk and stuff, because that's what Marcus had proposed to him. But, like, we all go to Five Guys, and, like, we're all like, none of us want to go to that fucking bar. Let's just go to my house and drink. It'll be way cheaper. Yeah. We can pick up alcohol on the way home, and we'll just, you know, go drink at my house. So, so Marcus is like, all right, fine, that sounds cool to me. So, yeah, we eat at Five Guys, and we all go to Farm Fresh, and we all pick up beers, right? And then, because we were in separate cars, Marcus and his army friend were in one car, and we were all in the other. And, you know, we all go to my house, and then we're sitting there for, like an hour before Marcus shows up. We all went to Farm Fresh at the same time, but we're sitting around for, like, an hour waiting for, like, we're all, like, we start drinking, because we're just like, whatever, you know, like, not gonna ruin my day, you know, but it was like, where the hell is he, right? Like, it was, you know, we're doing this to hang out with him. And so, like, finally he shows up, and I guess the reason he took so long is that army guy friend was like, hey, I don't want to go hang out at your friend's house, because he was, like, clearly, like, awkward because we're all fucking friends and he doesn't know any of us. He wanted to pick up chicks. So he wanted to go to a bar to hit on girls and shit, and he's like, I don't want to hang out with, like, your fucking sausage
I don't want to hang out with these fucking fags.
Like, a bunch of fucking dudes, like, who would want to? So yeah, he, like, Marcus had taken him back to his house, you know, or, like, back to his car, and he goes off to, you know, to go to a bar and get laid or whatever. So then we all hang out at the house. We all get super wasted. We all end up tying or taping beers to each of our hands, and we played a game of 20 questions, where the idea of the game is that you had to drink, or, like, the idea of the taping thing is you had to drink the beer before you could take the tape off. So your hands are useless until you finish your beer. Not as difficult as it sounds. But we were playing 20 questions, and it was like, if you got a question wrong, you had to drink. Mostly, like, anime and stuff based. That was a fun time. And then, eventually, like, everyone's fucking drunk and sitting around, and then people start, like, fizzling out, you know, and leaving and stuff. And then Marcus's sister and mom came over at, like, 2 a.m. And it was so funny, because I was under the impression they'd already been out, you know, like, at that, they probably went to that other place and just hung out there. You know, probably feeling fucked over by Marcus, who I'm pretty sure had invited them to hang out with him at a bar, and then they just ended up going out drinking somewhere, you know. But they show up to hang out here for a little bit, and, like, it was really funny, because I was under the impression that they were there mostly to just be there for a little bit, pick up Marcus, and leave, right? Because it's fucking 2 in the morning. They both come in and immediately down, like, 2 shots of vodka apiece.
Oh my god.
Like, instantly. And then we're all like hanging out in Shade's room, and like they're like Brandon Tolentino was trying to leave, and now Brandon drives drunk all the time, or at least drives buzzed. Like he claims he doesn't, but his cooling down period is like 15 minutes. You know? like just the night before, he had been over at me and him and Marcus had been drinking, and Josh had been there, and like what he'll do is, because we were all telling Josh, you got to drive Brandon home because he's not going to be able to drive, right?
Yeah. Brandon
hates being driven home. He'd rather drive his own car. So
he
what he did
refuse,
was
always.
he told Josh, I'm going to just hang out here until I'm sober. You can drive home. And then Josh drives home, and 15 minutes later, Brandon goes, all right, I'm leaving, and drives himself.
Oh, man.
He always does this shit, right? He just doesn't care. But, like, this time, he actually wasn't, like, he actually hadn't been drinking for hours, so he probably was pretty good. But, like, Brandon's mom and sister are, like, blocking him for, or Marcus's mom and sister are blocking him from leaving, right? And, like, Brandon's getting, like, all pissed off and stuff, and they're, like, guarding the door and not letting him out. But then, not 10 minutes later, it's time for them to leave, because they gotta, Marcus is tired.
They just go drunk
and his friends, Marcus is tired, and his friend is, like, drunk, dialing him from wherever he is, like, I don't know where the fuck I am, I don't live here, you know? God. So, like, they're like, yeah, we should probably get out of here.
Fuck the Deacons of the Deep. Cool fucking fight. Rad. I think it's cool, like, thematic.
I think it's a cool concept, but it's
conceptually
like,
it's cool.
Kind of the shittiest fight in the game, because it's really easy. I mean, that's how every round I've ever had of this has gone. Just obliterate them. Anyway, finishing up my story, fucking his sister's all like, before they're leaving, she's like, let me just take one last shot. And I'm like, no! You don't get to take a shot. You were just blocking Brandon from leaving, and now you're trying to drink more right before driving.
Jesus Christ.
So I forced her out. I made her not take a shot. But yeah, it was pretty fucking funny.
What a fucking time. I'm glad I had already gone to sleep. I was laying in bed when I heard his sister show up, and I was like, oh, thank God, I don't need any more, like, chaos.
I don't think it was that chaotic.
I don't know.
It's a bunch of people sitting around being drunk.
Yeah, it seemed like it turned into conversations by the time I went to bed, but...
It was conversations when you showed up. Just because we had beer taped to our hands doesn't mean we were fucking everything up.
Nah.
Though the part where we all started slapping
each other... It got pretty ridiculous.
Was a little ridiculous.
Got pretty fucking ridiculous.
Pretty sure I would have been in a lot of pain if I wasn't so drunk.
Yes.
Alright, next time on Digi Bros.
Woo! I felt like a long episode.
Go to another place. It was a long episode.